The Netherlands disaster, October 24, 1960. At the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan, the Soviet Union was preparing to launch the R-16 intercontinental missile. It was a secret test, conducted under intense political pressure. Unstable fuel began leaking before the countdown. At 6:45 p.m., the rocket exploded on the platform. The detonation destroyed the base and killed dozens of technicians and officers, including Marshal Mitrofan Nedelin, commander of the project. For decades, the disaster was hidden by the Soviet government. It was only in 1989 that the archives were opened, revealing the scale of the tragedy. It was the first great reminder that haste and secrecy could be fatal. Apollo 1, January 27, 1967. At the height of the moon race, the United States was testing the first spacecraft of the Apollo program. The mission would not get off the ground. During a ground exercise, an electrical spark started a fire in the cabin pressurized with pure oxygen. Within seconds, fire engulfed the module. Astronauts Virgil, Gus Grissom, Edward White, and Roger Chaffee were unable to open the inner hatch. The fire was quickly extinguished, but it was too late. The accident led to a full NASA investigation and the redesign of all safety systems. It was the first major loss of the American program and the beginning of a new era of caution. Soyuz 11, June 30, 1971. The Soviet Union had achieved a historic feat. 3 cosmonauts spent 22 days on the Salyut 1 space station. It was the first successful long-duration mission. But success would not last until landing. During re-entry, a pressurization valve opened prematurely. The capsule landed normally in Kazakhstan. When the rescue team arrived, they found the crew dead. Dobrovolsky, Volkov, and Patsayev died during the return, victims of an invisible technical failure. The accident led the Soviet Union to require the use of pressure suits in all phases of flight, a measure that remains to this day. Challenger, January 28, 1986. The Space Shuttle Challenger was on his 10th mission. Among the 7 crew members was Krista McAuliffe, a teacher chosen to be the first civilian in space. The launch had been postponed several times due to the intense cold. Engineers warned about the risk of leaks in the rocket's seals, but the schedule prevailed. At 11:38 a.m., the Challenger took off. 73 seconds later, the vehicle disintegrated. Millions of people watched the tragedy live. The investigation revealed communication failures and institutional pressure. The Space Shuttle program was suspended for almost 3 years. The Challenger has become a symbol of the risks of overconfidence. Columbia, February 1, 2003. The STS-107 mission seemed routine. During launch, a piece of insulating foam broke off from the external tank and struck the left wing of the Space Shuttle Columbia. The impact went unnoticed. For 16 days, the crew conducted scientific experiments as usual. On re-entry, the damage took its toll. The extreme heat penetrated the wing structure and compromised control of the craft. At 200,000 feet, the Columbia broke up over Texas. The 7 crew members died instantly. The investigation concluded that NASA had underestimated the impact risk and ignored calls for further analysis. The accident ended the Space Shuttle program a few years later. Each of these tragedies transformed the way humanity views space. They cost lives but saved countless others by forcing change, revision, and prudence. Space exploration continues, safer, more complex, and still fraught with uncertainty. Space will never be fully conquered, but each lesson learned brings man a little closer to returning safely one day.